Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our space exploration playthrough. Since our last episode, I have overhauled our cargo rocket automation a little bit. We were mostly done, but I added a couple things. And then I also unlocked our super accumulators, the holmium accumulators, because I needed some on the Ogun planet, because I needed more power. So I learned, after kind of being confused on my power needs on a couple different planets, that these signal transmitters take 10 megawatts. So that was part of the problem I was experiencing. Another thing that I've done is I've gone ahead and measured out the amount of cargo rocket parts and capsules that I'm putting in before these head to each planet. So essentially I'm transmitting how many cargo rocket parts are already there, and then I'm adding capsules and cargo rocket parts so that the total parts will be 600 and the total capsules will be 5. So that way, if I need to take a trip to one of those planets and I just hop in the rocket, I can go ahead and launch it, and it's not going to completely overfill everything that we need. So this is the Ogun bound rocket, and then this one here is the one that goes to the Krydax planet. This one goes to the space station, I believe, or I mean the rocket, what's it called, the asteroid belt, which is here. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the fuel divided by whatever this is, 10, and sending that as vulcanite blocks, so that way I know how much vulcanite to bring. So as we start to use fuel, we'll bring more vulcanite. I won't need beryllium for a long time because I had to take an extra trip up to the asteroid belt, and we brought a lot of beryllium ore back with us. And then finally we have the Akinga Iridite outpost, which I added some more power to supply the signal transmitter. And we're doing the same thing here, transmitting the amount of fuel we have as vulcanite, and then adding that to the vulcanite, transmitting it back to the planet. And so this one will probably need to send itself home soon as well. And I did add another thing on Ogun that I might need to add everywhere. Well, here you can see the power I added. I added a bunch of the regular, and then here are the holmium accumulators. They're pretty similar to the other ones, except they hold 10 times as much energy. So hopefully this fixed the power problems I was having. It looks like we're about to find out, because the last time night happened was an hour ago, which was before I set up all this. Looks, yeah, here's when I added the solar panels here, and then they charged up all the accumulators, so we'll see if they last throughout the night. But one thing I did is I took, this right here is something I should probably put on all of them. I took the empty amount of boxes, and I said if it's greater than 100, we'll output a red signal. And then if we see a red signal, we output it, or multiply it by -1 and output that as green. So this will effectively cancel out the green signal, even if it gets the green light from the home planet saying, hey, we want vulcanite and holmonite. Then this isn't going to actually send a rocket until we get at least 400 slots full, because otherwise we're kind of just wasting fuel and rocket parts. So that's a little stopgap that I have. I should probably put that on all the other ones as well. I haven't yet, but we at least got it mostly fixed and automated, and hopefully that power will work. And then, like I said, I also automated these holmium accumulators, which are awesome. This is like carrying 500 regular accumulators with me. And then each flat solar panel is, what, 13 times a regular one? So 20 times 13 is, let's see, 260, I think. Yeah. So this is like carrying 500 solar panels with me. I have some of the regular ones just because they're an ingredient in some buildings, I think. But maybe I actually don't need them, because maybe it's only space buildings. Yeah, it's only space buildings, so I'm gonna take this off my logistics request. And then I think, what about solar panels? So other than portable solar panels, I'm never gonna need solar panels for anything. So I'm gonna ditch those as well from my logistics. Because I need all the inventory space help that I can get. I think I'm gonna get rid of medium poles and big electric pole. I still use the big ones sometimes, but I'm never gonna need medium poles again when I have pylons. Okay, I do want to improve my scrap smelting at some point because my material science overloads it. I also researched another level of insert capacity bonus, so now we're at 10, I think. And I did the researches needed to start towards astronomic science 2, which was just a couple. It was just this X-ray telescope and microwave telescope. That was it. And then I also want to do one more research. Let's see if we can remember what it was. Oh, the thruster suit. I think I did research it. Yeah, we finally could get thruster suit 2 because we got our material science pack. So I want to make one of these. I need a material catalog for it. And I'm going to turn off logistics. This is only an inventory bonus of 20, so I can take it off. Oh, just kidding. Can't take it off because life support. But I need a material catalog. And then let's see. We're going to save the game real quick, and hopefully I can live long enough to at least craft the suit. So we'll take everything out of it. And then we'll take it off. Craft the new one. Nope, we can't. Shoot. We need 50 iridium plates. And 50 solid fuel. I do have solid fuel somewhere in one of these. Let's see. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then iridium. It's way more than I need. And 50. Okay. So let's see if I can make the swap, do the craft. Oh dear. Ha. Can I survive for 30 seconds? Oh, get in a space capsule. Okay, so maybe I can just chill in here for a second. That helps. All right, look at that. And now we have a much bigger equipment grid again. Just as big as this one was, so I'm going to take everything out. I haven't been using this power armor anyway. Honestly, I can just ditch it. Oop. There's really no point to it anymore. And then I will put in some more batteries, some more exoskeletons. And I can fit another 2 of the red jetpacks. So I will craft those, which we had just enough. Turn my logistics back on. Didn't actually mean to request those. And sweet, and now we have a lot more inventory space, which is a huge help. Need to heal up there from suffocating for a second. And put in our extra jetpacks. So now I have even more jetpack power. Nice and fast. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll leave this the way it is. Okay, so scrap smelting and decontaminating contaminated water barrels, I believe is what that list item is for. Yeah, contaminated cosmic water. We have 117. So my decontaminator is right here. So I can just feed. Let's see. Space. We'll just feed it right here. Get rid of the empty barrels. Empty. Contaminated cosmic water barrel. And we need our space pipes. And we will request. That should do it. So decontaminate it happily. And then, let's see. We can always use more blank data cards. I'm going to increase the amount on that. Maybe I'll leave machine learning data where it is. So we're doing that. And now we need to do scrap smelting. So I probably need more recycling facilities. I don't think I need more smelting. I just need to do the recycling faster. Thankfully we can craft these by hand. And I need some more scaffolding. I may need more power. I may need to ditch some batteries in one of the exoskeletons to do another portable RTG. Portable RTG 2. Aha. 500 kilowatts, whereas this one is only 300 kilowatts. So that's almost double. And I actually can research this and create it. So why not? We'll go for it. Okay. So I probably should just have these in a line of some sort. And use belts. Okay, I will need one radiation data and one atomic data, which I'll grab now. Which come from here. Let's see. There's a radiation data. And atomic data. Is that this one? It is. Okay. So we've got that ready, and we'll need to make 3 more of them, but we need uranium fuel cells for that, so we'll have to do it back on the planet. Okay, scrap processing. So 8,000 oil is quite a lot. I was thinking about just barreling all of it. I probably should barrel it. Because we do use heavy oil for things. I'm a bit worried I might completely run out of barrels, though. But... oh my gosh, these underground pipes are useless. Can't even go across a building. Okay. So then we need a beacon. Which we've got one over there affecting everything, so we'll put one over here. We need a pylon. We'll just put speed 3s in it. We've got plenty of power. These don't take very much power anyway. A few red solar panels will give us all the power we will ever need. And then, because it's accessible, I'm actually going to use belts to move the scrap rather than bots because it's just such a high volume. I'm actually going to belt the scrap out of this one. This is the main offender at 1,500 scrap. So let's see. We'll do this. And then the scrap will be on this belt. Whoop. Right up here. And over. So these are all 4 per second. And then we want to put, I'd say, onto a belt, going this way. Do that. Okay. And then the stone will be split to the left. There it is. Oop, I missed. And then go up to this building. And then everything else will go up. We'll have copper go to the left. And that should do it. And those are all set to go to active providers. Okay. So that's probably a better way of handling scrap than having my bots carried everywhere. And we still have these to handle broken data cards, regular scrap, and contaminated scrap that we get from other sources. We will need to deal with this contaminated biosludge eventually, but you can see even after handling, what was it, 20, 30,000 contaminated scrap, we still only have 2,000 biosludge, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. So, girders and storage tanks. What? I think that was for my material science. So we got that done. Okay, so now we are good to work towards... I'm going to do astronomic science too before I do biological science. Because I think we are lacking in the astronomic science department. So, let's take a look at that chain. Man, this was such a mess. Oh, it looks like I was trying to figure out the raw resource cost. I've kind of given up on that. It's so much work to figure out in Helmod. I wish there was a button that was like, let me pick when there's multiple recipes, but just keep, you know, keep clicking on ingredients until we get all the way down to raw resources. And that way you could get there a lot faster. Okay, astronomic science pack 2. Here we go. We'll still do the 8 per minute pathway. We will be making insight with the broad catalogs now, which will work better. Then we need... I'll put these in here just to make sure we've still got enough production from the other line. Broad catalogs along with regular catalogs. We need 0.05 of each of the originals, whereas in the original we needed 0.4 of each. That's not very much. Or I mean, not very much comparatively. Is that right? Feels like I'm still missing something. Because if that's all that it costs, this is going to be easy. I guess the significant data is using another 0.1 of the blue. That's probably what was using most of it. Okay, that's still not too bad, though. So we're already producing all 4 of these, so now we just need to produce these guys. And I think there's a new way to produce astrometrics data. Yeah, so we can make 10 if we combine it with the microwave and X-ray data instead of just making 3. So I think that's a much better way to do it as well. And then gravity wave, gravitational lensing, X-ray, and microwave. Let's see. Now those both take this type of data, so that needs to go on the bottom. And then X-ray frames and microwave frames. Okay. That all looks good. We need supercooled thermofluid in a lot of places, cold thermofluid in some places. 1 observation frame total. Let's see, I did something wrong. It's still saying I need microwave data. Oh, that's for this one. There we go. Okay. So then it looks like we've got everything. Why do I need more X-ray still? Oh, interesting. The microwave... No. I just have something out of order here. It's this one, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we just need 0.1 of each of the other 3. And then we need the X-ray frames, which I need to move down. I think I just misclicked. Something's fishy here. What am I... Okay, so these datas need to be below this multispectral. And then the frames need to be below the other 2. But it's moving them incorrectly. I'm just going to delete these. Something's really off. Okay. So we're going to do the data first. And then we need microwave data and X-ray data, and then we need each of those. There we go. I don't feel like that was clicking around properly. Okay, we'll pin this. Oh wait, we need a beacon. So we will use... Beacon will be affecting 1. Beacon by factory is probably even less than 0.1. I can do 1 beacon for all of this. And we're going to fill it with speed. I think maybe we'll try this, see what happens. If we apply that to everything, and then apply this to everything, do we need more than 1 of anything? We do need 2 microwave telescopes, but that has 4 module slots of its own, so we can drop that down to just needing 1, like that. Beautiful. Okay, pin this. We need some supercomputers. Maybe I should have supercomputers automated, but I don't. We need 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. We need 2 more space manufactories. We need 3 astrometrics. which I'll probably be able to recycle 1 or 2 of the old ones. So I'm only going to make 1, actually. Oh, I guess I made 2. And we need a microwave telescope, which we need to make some aeroframe poles. We need 120 of them. These stack to 50, so we need 3 stacks. Okay. And then we'll have everything else we need for that guy. And then we also want to make an X-ray telescope, which needs heat shielding, some of the mirrors that I make. Grab 2 stacks. I don't think I need 2 stacks. Okay. There we go. And microwave telescope. We have way more than we need of everything, as always, after we do this process. Okay, and I think that's it for aeroframe poles. Nice. I probably should be making aeroframe poles back on the planet and bringing them up, so I'm going to get rid of this for now. Okay, 4 supercomputers. You need a gravimetrics facility. I don't think I have that yet. Now we have 2. And 1 laser facility. There's the accumulators I was talking about. This should probably have accumulators in it. Okay. There. I think we did it. Get rid of all the extras. I don't need any mirrors or poles. Don't need 7 of those. And while I'm here, we'll add another few megawatts to our power supply. We've got plenty of power. And then we will expand this area over here. I think I'll actually put it right about here so I can benefit. We'll do that. We'll do this. Yeah, and we're going to replace this one, because we're going to use a new recipe for that. Oh, I guess that doesn't need to be connected to anything. Okay. Because we didn't even have any sort of beacon, so let's just plop in some efficiency, why not? And then we need a pylon somewhere. We go grab the rest of the scaffolding, or at least 1,000 of it. We're gonna build up here. Okay, so we need blank observation frames. And we've already got all the fluids hooked up, so I'm just going to... Looks like we're not even using this supercomputer anymore. So I'm going to set up a hypercooler, which is good I have one more, because I need one more. Like so. So this will provide my hypercooled fluid. And we said 10 and 5. Okie dokie. So we need our blank observation frames, which I think are here. Yep. Since they're already on a belt, we might as well use them. And then we need our super cooled thermofluid for both of these. Ah, yes, of course. Painted myself into a corner now. Okay. And then we need... Oh, that's literally all we needed for this one. And those get provided only into an astrometrics facility. So we'll put that right next to it, which does not need any sort of fluids. And we don't have any sort of extra output, so that's convenient on that front. This one we do get scrap. And we need mirrors. So we will fill up this with mirrors. And then scrap will go into an active provider. And then we have a facility that processes the X-ray frames right here. Not quite long enough. Okay. This does need to be a filter, though. Sometimes it's easier to set a filter by just grabbing the item. And these both need blank data cards. So we'll put this here. And blank data cards. We'll take 50. And then we need scrap to go into here. Or wait. Scrap and junk data card. Scrap and junk data card. Okay. So we need some of the regular filter inserters to have two filters. Grab from those two. Junk data card and scrap. And then passive providers. This one is X-ray observation frames. Right? No, data. X-ray observation data. Which is here. And this one is microwave observation data. And we can limit those to 50 each. Okay. Got all that going. Now we need our astronomics astrometrics facility. Can't keep all these names straight. I think I'll put it right here, actually, since it fits. Let's see, I messed up my hotbar there. And then this one's easy, no byproducts. I grabbed a bunch of these, so we won't need more for a while. I should get rid of all this stuff. And now that will make these astrometric datas cheaper. Okay. Now I do need hypercooled, supercooled fluid for this guy. Let's see, we'll put that there. Oh dear. This actually doesn't output warm fluid. That's bothersome. I'd actually prefer that it outputs warm thermofluid. Yes, that is the challenge, I guess, in space exploration. Okay, so what we need to do is we will need a top-up valve, and then I need one more hypercooler. I've got an idea. Okay. So my idea is that we hypercool this as soon as it comes out. And the warm can just get connected back up with this, and the cool we will connect back up with this chain. Guess that doesn't work. It needs to be here. And then I need just a top-up valve right here. So that way we only get up to 80 from the other system. If I can find... Did I not craft one? I thought I had crafted one. Wow. Struggling with my clicking today. Here we go. I did craft one. Okay. So then that will only fill this chain up to 80. And we'll end up using all of this cool thermofluid first. So that was a little complicated, but it should work. And then we are going to do this for the junk data cards. And then we will provide passively the wave data, gravity wave data, and then we'll request whatever it is that it needs. Guess we'll do 20 of them. And then the gravimetrics facility is super nice. We actually basically don't even need anything. Items in, items out. That's as easy as it gets with some junk data cards. So we'll do this thing where this only works if the data is less than 50. I don't know why sometimes I do 2 filters and why sometimes I do it this way. If you were wondering, I don't know either, so I apologize. And then we will take out the junk data cards right here. That should do it. No limits. And we need a requester. Bam. Okay, and then I need probably just one of each now that I have this guy. So we're gonna keep we'll keep the 2 for the first tier, but we'll do this. Like so. And like so. And then this goes into a provider to 50. We need a new requester. That's not what I wanted to craft. It's the broad catalogs. Shoot. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, so now that should work. Okay, and we're already making the regular catalogs. Put all that back in the logistics system. That is the strength of using logistics for logistics bots for crafting all this stuff, is that if you end up with extra stuff in your inventory, it'll go to storage and then it'll get used first, so you don't have to like find a place to put it back into the system or drop it into specific buildings. That is kind of nice. And then we're not going to make Insight 1 anymore. We're going to make Insight 2. And we need a new request here for 10 of each type. And now we need supercooled thermofluid, so everything's messed up. Okay. Okay, so we'll have those connected up, and then these two need to be connected to the supercooled loop, which is all the way up here, and is in no way connected to this. Glorious. Okay. I blame only myself for this. Because I did not notice we needed supercooled. Okay, first we'll do that. Okay. At least in the right ballpark now. Okay. We'll go from the corner to here. We'll go around. Okay, so supercooled's hooked up, but now we just unhooked up this, which I can do there. I think that'll do it. Yeah, okay. So now we're running cheaper astronomic insight. Up to 200. We've already got the significant data going. We've already got our regular science going, so now we simply need one more. Manufactory. Oh, which uses thermofluid, of course. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just plop them on the end here, since that fits with the thermofluid that I'm already doing. Nope, it doesn't. Just kidding. I keep not paying attention to the temperature of thermofluid, and that is biting me in the butt every time. So I should be able to hook it up right here and run that around. Yeah, okay. You know, I was just talking about not needing aeroframe poles, and it's like this game knows exactly what I'm saying and is trying to punish me. Because here we are, needing astronomic science 2, and that uses aeroframe poles. So that means back on Novice, we need to craft aeroframe poles. Also, these should be using productivity module 4s. I should switch that over. So where's a good place? This area is already packed. I think right here is fine. We need a good beacon, though. Actually, I want to use an area that's using one of the wide area beacons, which I don't have in a ton of places yet. Huh. Because I want to make it close so the bots don't have to fly forever. We'll put it here. And then quest, provide. And we need beryllium plates. 200 should be fine. Okay. I can't put modules in from here. It's a little frustrating. Alright, how many polls do I want to request? Where even are my requesters? Here we go. Okay, aeroframe poll. I don't know, 2,000? This uses 0.6 40 a minute to make 8 a minute. So we use 5 aeroframe poles per. So 2,000 is enough for 400 science. Yeah, that seems okay. And we might as well do a quick launch back, because we're gonna need a cargo rocket launch soon. And we can drop all of our packed sections here. You can see now that we're doing a sections as needed build, we have a lot of cargo rocket sections left over, so it'll take us a while to use them all. Okay, and then we want to put in productivity 4s in all these bad boys, and in these. I'm gonna take out these old beacons and get new ones. That should do it. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Let's go. We want cheaper holmium cables as well. Okay, that's all going. That makes 5 a second, so that should be more than enough for the foreseeable future. Okay. Oh yeah, and we wanted to make our better generator, so I need a bunch of fuel cells. Which is interesting, we're actually kind of short on fuel cells. Let's do this. I think that's quite a bit more than I had before. I think I had about 7 a minute. Oh, it's this that's been filling up like crazy. We don't need that much uranium-235. That's insane. Okay. So I need to make more of these, which bots will need to deliver me some more parts. Two, and then we'll need 3. And I'll take the one out of my armor. And we need 100 low density structures. I don't know why I'm crafting low density structures here. I'm short 2 of them. There we go. Okay, so that'll help. It's not, I mean, for all the work you have to do to get to it, it feels like it should be a little bit more powerful than just not even double. I mean, I feel like even double would still feel kind of bad. It's like, you know, you put all this work and, I mean, obviously it helps a lot because you get more power per square in your equipment, so I shouldn't complain, but. Alright, so I think now we're probably good to launch. Yeah, we've got 1,000 in here, so let's pop this up to orbit and watch our astronomic science 2 start unfolding. Nice soft landing here. And then we want the capsule here for our return journey. And I switched this around a little bit ago, but this will take all the sections, pack them. I don't know where these 2 things came from. And then it puts them in a chest that can build up over time, and then once I put the capsule down, it'll put as many as it can in the capsule to send home. And we're going to be seeing this chain of holmium cable for a little while because the accumulators are extra low. And each accumulator needs, I think, 40 cable. So we need a lot of holmium cable. might actually be good if, at least for now, we up this to maybe 6,000. Because we're just going to need a ton of that. But I should be making astronomic science packs too now. We'll go look in a second here. We'll request 50. Copy the request, and let's see if it's working. Looks like it's not because I'm out of significant data. Let's find out why I'm out of significant data. I'm making it here now. We have too much warm thermofluid. How's that possible? This is only topping up, so... It shouldn't be possible. If we add a tank... I just hate using a tank, because then that spends so much thermofluid to get the system primed. There are some mods that actually have small tanks that I would like to use. Yeah, I think we'll do the thing where we put a pump into a tank, but then this only pumps in if the tank has... it's called coolant. Or wait, no, that's when you search it in FNEI. That's weird. You search it here, you need to say thermofluid. But anyway, only if this is less than 1,000 will we pump in. So then it'll only add new thermofluid, new warm thermofluid into the system when this tank gets very low. Okay. So that actually had stalled things out for a little bit. Hopefully that didn't mess things up too bad. This makes 0.24 significant data per second. We only need 0.4 for the Science Pack 2s, I think. Is it 0.4 each? This is only 0.25. Oh, wait. What on earth? I've changed it to 1 of each of the... I don't know what that chain is. This is what I wanted. So Energy Science Pack 2 is 0.04. Material Science Pack 2, 0.04. Okay, so we are producing at least fast enough. I don't know if we're getting the insights fast enough, but I don't have to worry about more significant data. But we are in a little bit of a backlog, so that'll take a second to get itself figured out. But we have officially automated. There it is, Astronomic Science Pack 2s. And we need to get rid of these junk data cards. I forgot about that. Junk data card. Put into an active provider. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got Astronomic Science 2 done, and the main research we want to do with that is aeroframe scaffolds. So we're just going to start that right off the bat. It looks like superchargers will be available to us with everything we have, which can charge up to 64 robots almost immediately. 1 gigawatt. That's insane. So that'll be nice. Construction pylons will extend construction area for robots. And then space probe rocket silo. A space-based rocket silo for launching space probes can also be used to launch satellites cheaply. So I assume this can get us that satellite telemetry a little bit cheaper. So if you remember, we actually are launching kind of quote-unquote vanilla rockets still from here, and that gathers us the satellite telemetry. So I'm guessing it's a cheaper way to do that. Oh, I really should put productivity 4s in there as well. Our chromium cables are going overtime here, working to make all those accumulators. So airframe scaffolds are on the way, and that will be great because, you know, if we look at Helmod real quick, the difference in low density structure, if we want to make one with either recipe, is extremely different. Product. So we go from 10 glass down to 8 glass, or I mean, down 8 to 2 glass, from 5 steel down to 2, from 10 plastic down to 2, and we don't even use copper anymore. So it goes from using a ton of copper to literally 0. And the only cost is some beryllium plates. And so assuming we have full productivity and everything, you know, here's the cost without aeroframe scaffolds, and let's look at the cost in iron plates. We need 5 of the productivity 4s. Okay, so here's the cost normally. So that's about 12, 7, so that's 19, 26, about 33 plates distributed across plastic, copper, glass, and iron. And then the other recipe is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish total plates. And, you know, I mean, look at the iron. It goes down from 12 to about 4.7, so half of the iron, literally 0 copper, a fifth of the plastic, and a fifth of the glass, and then just 1.75 beryllium plates, which really is fairly cheap. So, I'm very excited about those low-density structures. And I'm actually going to launch back to the planet to go ahead and work on those. Our research isn't done yet, but it will be soon, I hope. I may need to launch another rocket up to the space platform. Now this isn't good. There shouldn't be a huge wave of water ice. Oh, I guess there should be. That just means it launched 1 or 2 shots. Okay, no, that's fine. I was worried that we lost power to Ogun again, because if you lose power, then these stop transmitting, and then that messes up all the signals that it's sending. So let's actually look at our power. Looks like the accumulators lasted well throughout the night. And actually, we only needed a little bit of the day to even charge them up again, so we are fine on power now, which is a good feeling. And we're even filled up with vulcanite, ready to launch home. That's great. Looks like our systems are working. I had some extra holmonite, so we won't need holmonite for a while. Okay, this is at 364. I'm just going to go ahead and launch it. To make sure space has what it needs. And I'm trying to look here and see how many assembling machines I might need to make aeroframe scaffolds. What I'll probably do is just use this area. Just place a pylon. These don't have any wires attached to them. I'll probably just do something simple with one of the big fat beacons. Like maybe 4. Or even maybe we just make the poles kind of like almost with pipes where we do something like that. And we're at 96%, so we just need like 1 or 2 more packs. And then we'll just split the beryllium here. This one should be here though. And then we need one of these bad boys. We lost power over here somehow. I guess I split the connection. Oh, come on. Just one more space. Astronomic Science Pack 2. There it is. Okay. So now I can make aeroframe scaffolds, which is so amazing. Do I need 9 per second? How much low density structure have I even made over the last 10 hours? I made an average of 1 per second. And these low density structures require... So I need like 2 per second. So this is definitely overkill. We'll dial back a little bit. That's still more than enough. And we'll put those in a provider chest. Looks like they stack to 50. We'll just let it mostly fill up. Can't hurt. And then we need to change this recipe here. Wonder if they craft at a different rate. 0.438, 0.219. Wow. It even crafts twice the speed, which is great. So we still need steel, plastic, and glass. So we're replacing the copper right here. So we can just do that. Replacing the copper with aeroframe scaffolds. Aeroframe scaffolds, we'll do 100. And then grab everything off the wrong side of the belts there. We're gonna let this fill up now that it's super cheap. Oh, I brought astronomic insight home with me. Okay, and there we go. So now this is running even faster than it was before at 3.5 per second. So I think what I'm going to do is... How fast are these even going? 0.5? Yeah. I'm just going to destroy these. I don't even need them. Don't need them, don't want them. We are just going to request low density structures here. That way we're making them all in one place. And that should be fine. Okay. We've got too much of a lot of things. Definitely don't need basic beacons right now. Sweet. Okay, so we've automated a much more efficient low-density structure. We've automated astronomic insight, or I mean astronomic science too. So then the next thing we have to do is bioscience. So real quick, let's just take a look at what that will need. We're not going to get to that in this episode, but I at least want to maybe look at the Helmod chain. So we're going to want biological science 2 and biological science 1. We're going to want to output 860 and 860. So 8 per minute of each. We will need a small amount of thermofluid. We'll need significant data, which we already have. Looks like we may want to increase our significant data crafting at some point, but for now this is fine. We need bio scrubbers. Which use vitalic acid. We need a broad catalog. Requires... Looks like a lot of things we have. Biomechanical data, I assume, is the same. Yeah, or did that say biochemical or biomechanical? It said biomechanical. Yeah, but we're already creating that for the first one. So, let me add these 4. Genetic data. Just the regular kind. Okay. So, we will need a lot of biomass. And then for the tier 2, we're going to need experimental biomass. And that takes experimental bioculture. And I'm wondering, experimental bioculture. No, we will be able to make that without. I was just kind of wondering, you know, what do we have to finish before we can even start? And it looks like we can't make experimental biomass until we make tier 1 of the bio stuff. So we'll have to kind of do what we did with material science. But then we also will need more of the experimental genetic data, which we need up there. So that'll only be for tier 2. So let's focus on the tier 1 for now. Okay, so we've got these 4. We need regular biomass, which needs regular bioculture and nutrient gel. Okay, so we do need lots of this genetic data, which is this one. Which just uses biosludge. Then we need nutrient vats, which is just nutrient gel stored up. And we have 2 choices. Looks like we make 50 either way. Make sure these... Yeah. So we either use 10 or 20 biosludge. So obviously the one that takes 10 biosludge sounds more attractive, takes a little bit less cosmic water, takes 1 more chemical gel, but then we need methane gas. I think the asteroid belt might have a tiny bit of methane ice on it. Let's look real quick. Yeah, there's methane ice somewhere. So we might be able to just delivery cannon. That's iron. We might just delivery cannon some methane ice. Could be a good way to do this. I don't know how much. Yeah, here's some. So that's 607,000. And I think one of those is it 10 methane? 1 methane ice is 10 methane gas. So, we'll have to play with this, but for now we'll just do the regular one with coal. And then we will need some chemical gel and plasma stream. Plasma stream is easy. Chemical gel, I think I'll make 1 just for this. And biosludge. Looks like there's quite a few ways to make. That requires biosludge from biomass. But don't we need biomass to make biosludge? I'm wondering if it's kind of a loop and you have to start with this fish and cosmic water version, but then you can, or wood and cosmic water, but then you can get a loop going. Or even this one, maybe. Alright, well, I'll work on this Helmod chain to kind of make sense of it. This is definitely a bit more complicated than the material science 2 was. We're going to have to decontaminate, feed things back in as a loop. I have heard that bio is the most complicated, and it seems like that's not wrong. So I'll probably work on that Helmod chain a little bit, and maybe even work on getting the buildings crafted so we don't have a crafting fiasco in space again. But I'm going to call this quits for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.